Allies of U.S. wondering if Trump was blackmailed to pull troops out of Syria, former NATO Supreme Commander.
Here's a summary of the article.
A former commander of NATO said allies of the U.S. are asking whether President Trump was blackmailed by Turkey to pull U.S. military forces out of Syria. People around the world are asking this, and some of our friends and allies in the Middle East are asking, did Erdogan blackmail the president? Was there a payoff or something? Why would a guy make a decision like this? Because all the recommendations were against it. And it looked like all the facts were against it, too. Trump declared last week the U.S. had defeated the Islamic State and announced the rapid withdrawal of all U.S. ground troops from Syria, where they have been assisting local Kurdish and Arab forces to fight the terror group. With American forces departing, the U.S. will leave 10,000 Kurdish troops open to attack by Turkey. A senior U.S. official told Jennifer Griffin of Fox News that Trump's announcement Wednesday came after Erdogan told him in a phone call to pull out of Syria because Turkish forces were preparing to assault people tied to the Kurdistan Workers' Party, a separatist group the U.S. calls a terrorist organization. Trump, who made it a campaign promise to wrap up the fight against the Islamic State and bring U.S. troops home, said Erdogan assured him Turkey would clean up what was left of the terrorist group. Trump's decision has prompted high-profile exits from top officials in his administration, including Defense Secretary Jim Mattis and Brett McGurk, the special envoy to the counter-ISIS coalition.
This post received a score of 36,447, with an upvote ratio of 80%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Turkey has suddenly grown very silent in their takedown of Saudi Arabia over Khashoggi's death. Trump also literally said he'd give Syria to Erdogan. Surely there's nothing here though. Progressives just suddenly love war. Not Trump doing extremely shady shit. Edit. Trump said, it's yours about Syria to Erdogan. This is a minor semantic difference that does not change the intent of the statement, and paraphrasing is a pretty normal practice, but Trump supporters love to say your argument is invalid over semantics, so this update becomes necessary.
Greater than I have a little conflict of interest, because I have a major building in Istanbul. It's called Trump Towers. 2 towers, instead of 1. Not the usual one, it's 2. And I've gotten to know Turkey very well. Donald Trump, 2015.
He also said he loves the Saudis because they spend a lot at his businesses.
Not to mention Eric Trump saying that most of their money comes to Russia, and Flynn colluding with Israel to effect a key unvote. What Middle Eastern, Asian country is Trump not in the pocket of?
NK. Too poor to offer a real bribe.
Did you see how they played Trump like a fiddle last year?
Yeah, you don't need to bribe someone you can outwit. As far as I see it, they did bribe him, just with praise rather than money. He seems to respond similarly to that as well.
When you're financially, mentally, and morally bankrupt.
Don't forget biologically.
Random question. Has Turkey brought up that Khashoggi guy lately? That seemed to randomly quite down. Randomly.
This news is from yesterday. In the past, Turkey used to reveal new information every couple of days, but you eventually get to the point that there is nothing more to reveal, so they are doing other things to keep the news alive.
Sadly, it doesn't take blackmail to corrupt this president. It only takes ego boosting and occasional cash payments.
I honestly am not sure if it's either. Just as likely he got frustrated and threw a temper tantrum.
Trumper tantrum spread the word.
Temper tantrum? Trumper Trump Trump?
Tantric Trump, shit.
It's telling that every Trump sycophant excusing this current fuck-up is intentionally misrepresenting anyone against it as if they're against withdrawing from Syria, when the vast majority of people crying foul are doing so because of the haphazard and poorly planned way in which he's doing it. Take a gander at every one of their responses, none are even pretending to argue in good faith. Edit. Oh wow, looks like an awful lot of Benito Cheeto fans sure are upset that I called them out on their terrible, disingenuous arguments.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.